Peachy time. Peachy time.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Tune in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Me. I'm going to clean it up. It's going to be me. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. Mwah. What's goody? What's goody in the city, baby? I see y'all. Y'all in them comments already. I see you. I see you, baby. Thank you so. I'm sorry, y'all. I just saw the first comment. Hey, Stormy. Hey, Stormy, all the way from H-Town, y'all. Texas, all the way from Texas. I know Stormy. Stormy, you better call me tomorrow. Thank you, Stormy. All right, y'all. Now we're back. Stormy just threw me off for a minute. I apologize. I really do. But Stormy know why. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me tonight here at Peachy Tea Time. If you've been rocking with me, you already know that Peachy News. This is Peachy News Edition, and this is my favorite show of all the shows, even at the radio station. This is my favorite show is Peachy News, and that's because we are bringing so much awareness. People know about Peachy News now. They know about Peachy Tea Time, and they know about Peachy News. Okay, so y'all continue to please follow me, to continue to pray for these families that I bring on my platform. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's already not easy to going through a death. But then to come on a platform where they don't know who watching them. They don't know. But they come in to represent their family member, their loved one. And to bring awareness to all y'all little people out there on the streets, young and old, that ain't living right. Okay? So, thank y'all for joining. Josette, I see you out there. Hey, boo. But thank y'all so much. Put them pictures in the comments. I'm just happy to be here tonight. And y'all know I can't do this. I cannot do this. Well, I can, but I don't want to. Because I love him. I love Pooley. I really love Pooley. Happy belated birthday again to my husband. But I also love Jason. Jason like a brother. You know, I love Jason like a brother. So let me go ahead and bring out Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
What up, though? I got 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. Big shout out to H-Town in the building. I see you, Stormy. What up, though?
Oh,
Just
I'm like, where that come in at? But yes, hey.
What's good with everybody? Welcome to Peachy Tea Time News Edition. You know what I mean? We here. Got the missus, we got myself, and we got two beautiful families up here to talk about their family and how, you know, assistance is needed. So it's gonna be a good night tonight.
It is. It's a lot that me and Jason both don't know. You know, we're not gonna sit up here and be fake and like we know it all tonight. You know, Jason, I got to say this. My kids is back in school. You know, the first week.
I'm jealous.
No, you shouldn't be. But my kids is back in school. You know, the first week was playtime. You know, my kids in elementary school. So the first week was playtime. Now is let's get to business.
That part.
We got something we got to do, which is learn.
Yep.
And that means mama and daddy got to help with homework. So
I'm surprised about that, man. Your kids are too young to be having homework right now.
Yeah, they having it. And it's a lot. like a packet of stuff for my daughter, a packet for my son. Everything just on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's difficult, but we making it work. We making it
That part.
happen. You know, and we doing what
Little
we got
time,
to
a
do.
little piece of time at, you know what I'm saying? Every time you can, just chip away at it is my best advice. I don't know yet because we haven't gotten any homework, and my little girl my oldest is going in 4th grade, so we'll see this year if she comes home with homework.
The 4th grade.
Yeah, actually I should say my oldest. So we'll see, man. We're excited.
All
I'm
right,
excited.
all right.
I'm excited.
Exactly. Now I have to also say this. I'm looking up in the corner, and I see that, and I hope they're watching. I see that there's other people that are trying to come on tonight. I definitely apologize, but we haven't reached our max for tonight. If you know Bernardo, let's bring Bernardo up. Hey, Bernardo. Now, Bernardo, that's not Bernardo. Is that no
That was
Bernardo
Bernardo.
over
That was
here?
Bernardo.
No, Bernardo over
Now
here.
we know.
Oh, he on both of them.
They on both of them. That's what it is.
Damn right.
So, Bernardo, I don't know
Matter
if
of fact,
the
you know what? Hold on. One person can come up. Let me move one of my cameras.
I already took it out.
yes,
Okay. 1 second. Where is it?
it's
Now
gone. And let's
it's gone.
yep, it's
Okay.
gone now. So that's Tanya. Tanya just came up. So if someone else is trying to come up, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So everybody should be one more person coming.
Yeah, it should be one more person that's able to come up. Yeah, one. So if you know Bernardo and you want to come up during the show, text him, let him know. And Bernardo, you can see if a person want to come down, while we bring another person up, however way you want to do it. We will also have the phone lines open tonight just as well. Is that correct? I mean, would you like to have the phone lines open, Bernardo?
Sure.
Okay. And so everybody will be able to get a chance to say something, whether you're on the panel or you call in, or even if you're in the chat, because we will be reading off the chats just as well. So let's get started. Let's pull up this family. We have 2 families tonight. We've never done this before. Not 2 families at one time, Jason. We ain't did 2 families at one time. So I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous.
It's okay.
Because it's like a 2 double whammy at one
That
time.
part. Yeah. But sharing the same story.
Yeah.
Sharing the same story. Exactly, but 2 different families. Even though I show y'all probably about 13, 14 families during the week. I do show a lot of families during the week, but when you have them up here with you, it's a whole nother ballpark, baby. Whole nother ballpark. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is pull each person up one by one, like we always do, and introduce them up. And they're going to give us just a little insight on their loved one. Okay. So right now we are going to start with Felicia. Hi, Felicia.
Hi,
Hello. Thank you
how are
so,
you?
so much for
So
joining us here.
Felicia, let me introduce people because
Go ahead.
people gonna be mad. So Felicia, I met last night. I call a expert. So she's not family, but she's out with a heart to help people in need. So we're gonna hear from Felicia. Felicia, just tell us a little bit about your background.
So I am, I don't even know where to start. Um, I am a social worker. I am a licensed counselor, social worker, coach, whatever they may need. I speak at events to try to teach people about mental health, um, try to encourage and uplift. Let me go back. I am the co-founder and owner of Humbly Changing. That is my business. Um, Helping those that are in need, especially our Black community. I'll help anybody, but I'm all about trying to get the help out that's needed for our community. We've been in Indiana area for, sorry, but I have a dog and he keeps coming in my office. I
Oh,
just
you're
got in.
fine. You're fine.
He just
Fine.
came in like, yay, hey, you here? And I was like, we've lived here for like, I think 20 years. I'm actually from a little bitty hood town called Benton Harbor, Michigan. Started out in nursing, decided halfway through the program, me, and got into this social work thing, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. Such a passion. My goal is to just try to get out here and help as much as I can, as far as helping people, with behavior changes and making sure that other cultures of people understand what we deal with every day, and how they can understand how to be able to handle and help. And that's a big issue that I've seen so far, with our cultural people. Someone asked me when I worked at an outpatient clinic, why isn't there enough of someone that looks like me? And I had to apologize and say, I'm sorry, but it's just that's how it is in this area. So my job is just trying to get out there to let them know that you do have one more person, that's out here. My niche, my passion is not just my minority Black people, but our women, our marriages, our relationship. I've worked with all ages, old, elderly, dementia, all the way down to kindergarten. So I had in all different cultures of people. So it is truly a blessing. I thank you for allowing me to be on and, just to be a part of everything that's going on. So
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming today, just as well tonight, rather. Um, I don't hear too many people say Ben Harbor, Michigan, and I'm sure you're not aware, but I was actually born in Niles, Michigan, and I grew up for a pretty long while in Dowagiac, Michigan, and which is very near to Ben Harbor. And then I moved to Saginaw, and now I'm here in Atlanta. But I'm very, very familiar with Ben Harbor. Very familiar. I think she's froze a little bit. I think
Cool,
she's
bro.
froze. But we're going to bring up the next person, which is Lawrence Hunt. And Bernardo, take it away, baby.
Yeah.
Take it away.
So Lawrence, this is his wife, and she's on mute. She
Oh, she's
probably
on
knows
mute.
her last name.
Yes.
Unmuted. I unmuted it. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, we can
So
hear
tell
you.
everybody who you are and who your husband is.
My husband is Lawrence Hunt.
Yeah.
He right here. Here you go.
Come on, Lawrence. Tell us who you are and who you are related to.
Lawrence Hunt related to Barbara Boggs, my mother.
And you are the oldest son.
Yes, I'm the oldest son.
So Lawrence's mother was found
Sorry, y'all can't get
deceased
this camera right.
in her home, and we're gonna talk about that soon.
Okay. And Lawrence, my condolences to you and your family.
Thank you,
And we will definitely make
thank you.
sure that we keep you in our prayers. You know,
I
without
appreciate
this show, I wouldn't have known what happened to your mom. Jason,
it. Right,
he wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for bringing awareness.
right.
All right. Now the next person we're gonna bring up is Kimya. Kimya.
Okay.
Hi, Kimya.
Hello, how are you guys?
We are
So last,
wonderful. We are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining PGT Time. And Bernardo, take it away.
Jason get her. So that is the baby girl. So y'all know I'm the
Yes,
baby
I
of myself.
am.
So I know how she got spoiled most likely. So
Oh,
that's the baby girl. And she's up in Chicago right now. So
Yes, I do.
again, she lost her mother. Um, and we're gonna talk about that soon.
Okay. So Lawrence and Kim, you guys are sisters and brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now the next person that we have to come up is Brandy.
Oh, she gone.
Hi, Brandy.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. How are you tonight?
I'm all right, and you?
I am wonderful. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining Peachy Tea Time, the Peachy News edition tonight. And Bernardo, this is your
So
time to go in.
Brandy is the oldest daughter, so she's the middle child, right? She's the middle. Am I right, Lawrence or Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
she the second
Yeah.
oldest.
the second oldest. So
Mm.
again, she
Yeah.
lost her mother as and we're gonna talk about that as well. And she's up in Bent Harbor. So we got Bent Harbor in the house, and Michigan is in the house tonight. So we
Michigan is in the
talk
house tonight. You are so right about that. Now, the next person that we have to come up, she just clicked back in. There she goes. Melanie. Hey, Melanie.
Hi.
Hi, Melanie. Thank
I'm
you
sorry
so
about
much
that.
for joining us. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that. I had a really bad connection and it all went bad.
Oh, it's okay. If something happens again, just fall back down and come right back up, and we'll be right here waiting on
Okay.
you. Okay?
Right on. Thank you.
You're so welcome, and thank you as well for joining us on Peachy Tea Time tonight, the Peachy News
No
Edition.
problem. I appreciate it.
Bernardo.
Sure. So this young lady here contacted my organization because her brother was found deceased, and we're gonna talk about that as well. And both of these families dealt with less than days apart, and you're gonna hear how they were treated soon.
All right. All right. Well, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. Again, thank you all for coming to Peachy Time tonight. We really appreciate it. And what we're here for is to bring awareness. And then we also got, how can I forget the Miss Beautiful over here, okay? Miss Beautiful Tanya with Justice for Miss Shiana.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hey, Tanya. I'm
How's
sorry, girl. I forgot all
everybody?
about you down there.
That's all right. That's all right.
But you know, I wasn't going to forget long at
Mhm.
all.
Thank you, Miss Peachy.
You're welcome, beautiful. You are so welcome. And thank you just as well. Can you pull your camera up just a little bit? Yep, right
Can
there. Yeah, right there. All right. Well, y'all, let's get started. Let's start with Lawrence. Lawrence, tell us what brings you here today to Peachy Tea Time.
Uh, for my mom and trying to get justice and trying to figure out what's going on. I guess basically.
Can you let us know what happened? Like, walk us back to that day.
I received a call that my mother had passed away. When we went up there and we just kept hearing like a whole bunch of lies. Like first that she was on the couch, then secondly she was somewhere else, whatever. And I don't know, it was just a sad day. And then we tried to get on the phone and trying to talk to the I believe it was the coroner people, and they was just just real rude about the whole situation and not very professional at all. And I had to yell at them and stuff to get their attention or to get what I wanted.
Hmm.
I feel like they need, you know, I feel like they ain't care. So that
Now,
kind of hurted me, right?
ha- so have the police helped in any type of way?
Man, the police was it was nonchalant. They really didn't care either. Like they just went in and So I guess they just see it like um it was like it wasn't no foul play or whatnot, you know. And you know, after they brought my mom out, whatever, we went in there, we seen a bloody t-shirt, you know, a bloody shirt and like a machete on the dresser and stuff. You know, y'all police, y'all see that, you know, drive for you, you know. We try to,
So
you
this
know,
was at our
people that
house?
the corner, whatever that, and yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be showing some of that stuff tonight, Peachy, so people can see how it just get missed. So I'm gonna keep for a second.
Okay.
But again, like he said, he had to raise his voice and yell. Can you picture you outside your house and your mother inside these seats, and you trying to take care of that grieving process as well, trying to find out what's going on, and somebody calling you a different name and they're just being disrespectful. So keep that in mind as you hear from other families tonight.
And this is the coroner's office you're talking about.
Stephanie,
St. Joe. St. Joseph.
Jordan. You know I love to say name. Patricia Jordan. Don't vote for her. Do not vote.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I think until the voting day, y'all gonna hear that from Ronaldo. On Wednesdays, when he decides that he's gonna bring his family up, he's gonna tell y'all that. So make sure y'all remember that. He said don't vote for her. He said don't vote for her. Now, Kimya, let's talk to you for a second. You're gonna have to unmute yourself. Kimya,
Okay.
what
Can
do
you
you
hear me?
remember that day?
I just remember getting the information that my mom was found deceased in her apartment, and I was actually in Benson Harbor at the time. So we drove down to my mom's place in South Bend, and like you said, Dr. Jordan, by the time she arrived, she was just a little rude, and very unprofessional. Well, she was rude and unprofessional with her behavior. I kind of felt as if she disrespected my cousin Petra and disregarded everyone else in the family, as far
Say
as
it. Speak.
my brother
Go
and
on
my
and speak,
sister.
girl. Yeah, this is the time. This is the time that you
Yeah.
can say whatever you want to say. Okay?
Anything.
Whatever you want to say. What? This is the time she can say whatever she want to say.
I just
Man.
feel
thought
like
it
she
said
just disregarded my family, and then like we didn't get an initial response out of her until after my cousin Petra sent out a text message to her. So lately she has been contacting me because of that, but other than that, no. It was just very unprofessional. She didn't want to take a second look into any of the things that we found. I've also mentioned to the police about the bloody shirt that I found the day of my mom's finding. And yeah, like we said, we found some things that was a little questionable, and when we brought it to their attention, they brushed it off as if it was nothing.
I do have a question.
And I'm right behind you.
So, what is it in your perspective that you found that they weren't being real professional with those? Like, your choice of words are very precise, and I want to kind of dive into what did you think that Patricia Jordan did not do or did do in parts of disrespect to you and your family when it comes to this matter?
Well, she did not acknowledge us as a whole. She pointed one person out particularly, and it's just like, okay, well, my mom has more than just one kid, and she just was like, well, I'm just gonna talk to you. And it was just like, okay, well, she has three other children standing here, well, two other children standing here, and my cousin Petra. So it was just kind of rude and nasty because we are her family, we are her immediate family. So you would think talking to the immediate family and having a proper conversation with us would have been what she did, but unfortunately that's not what she did.
I can
I
see
just,
that because you're
yeah,
gonna want all sides. You want as far as I can see it, Patricia, Miss Jordan probably will want all information or as much information as possible. So speaking to
right,
everyone would be extremely important instead of just designating one person to it. I can see that.
exactly.
But you do have some family members though that do designate it to one person in the
Hmm.
family. You know,
But she didn't even want to talk to one
sometimes
person.
say that again.
She didn't even want to talk to one person. She just blew them off.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was
And
standing
she
right
didn't,
there.
yeah, she didn't start calling and informing us of things until after my cousin Petra sent out a mass message. And after she sent out the mass message, that's when they decided to move forward with my mother's autopsy.
Okay.
But other
So
than
let
that,
me
they were not going to do it.
okay, so let me say this. And like I told y'all at the beginning of the show, here on Peachy Tea Time, on Peachy News Edition, we always dig down deep. Okay. I don't want to sit here and act like and pretend that I understand everything that y'all talking about right now. Because I feel like there's something in between. And the reason why I say that is because I've never been in this situation where I had to plan or, or just been in a situation where someone so close to me had passed away that I was involved in the whole funeral, all of that. I've never been there before. And it's probably people out there that's watching that's never been in that situation just as well. So
Mhm.
let's go back to when they found your mom. Because I'm thinking when they found your mom, all these police is there. And they're there with the yellow tape. And they're checking everything in there. Can't nobody come in, nothing. Everybody, they just checking everything.
Absolutely not.
So when
No,
you say
there was
that
no
you
yellow
found a
tape. They
bloody
just,
shirt, I'm confused. Like, why they didn't find this bloody shirt if you found a bloody shirt?
So let me say this, Peachy,
that's
real
where,
fast. The police was called as a standby. So the coroner office is in control. So the police department not in control. The coroner office is in control. So it went from a DOA to the coroner was called out, and then the coroner lied several times. But what I will ask if I could do before the family speak is show this evidence because I took it out and it's have the smell of death and I need to put that back out. So I do want to show what evidence that this family seen and the coroner office didn't see.
Okay. And what the paperwork, you got it right now?
Yes, I have the evidence here.
Okay. And can you scoot over some? Cause the logo is blocking your face. Yeah, right there. That's good. That's good. Okay, you got a knife.
In the bedroom, we have one knife. This knife is a machete.
Move towards your right. Move towards your right.
Right, that's way. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's stuff on the knife as well. I hope nobody eating anything. So there's, let me get this so I don't touch it. But we also found this toilet paper that had bowel movement on it. And last but least, I'm gonna stand up. Hopefully, you guys can see this. And this is blood you sand on there. And you can go. I'm gonna repack this stuff because it's have the smell of death.
So, Bernardo, how you get this stuff?
The family consented for me to take it because the coroner refused to take evidence.
Okay, so Kimya, is Lawrence still up here? Let me take my fair users down. Yeah, Lawrence still there too. So Kimya and Lawrence, y'all found this stuff. The police has been in this
Yeah, I'm
house.
still here.
Okay, so y'all found these items. The police have been in this house before y'all could even get in the house. They didn't take
Correct.
none of this stuff. So y'all
No,
kept
ma'am.
it. Y'all kept it. And y'all
Yes.
sent it
Yeah.
to Bernardo.
Yes. What was told to us is how they found our
Hold on. When did your mama pass away?
Yes, ma'am.
When did your mom pass away?
We don't know exact date. We don't know the exact date because they found her in the house, DOA already. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know the exact day that she had gone.
passed away.
That's why we had the autopsy.
Man, this is some sad ass shit, man. Explicit language.
So the day we found her, we were told that she was not dressed. And then later on, they told us that she was dressed. So we're just confused on the whole situation. Like, is the blood coming from the coroners taking it off of her? Taking her clothes, the dress off of her? Or did something else happen? Is what we're trying to figure out. But so far, we've been told multiple different things, and it's just completely confusing and unsettling to know.
I mean, interruptions. It's kind of like.
Go ahead, Lawrence. He must can't hear us.
Only reason happened is because I had one of my relatives went in the house to open the door because in her room they said my mama was nude, like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't have no shirt on. So I'm gonna believe my cousin word over. He was the first person that went in there, So I'm gonna believe his word over the police and anybody else after that, Believe my cousin word over that. So that just made me, if you really think about it, it just made me just wonder, like, okay, where did that blood come from then? If the shirt wasn't on her.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the reason why I found the shirt is because I was in her apartment looking for the keys so that we could lock up the apartment after we left. So once I finally found the keys, that's when I noticed the blood on the shirt because the keys was laying right on the shirt.
And when did y'all find y'all mom then?
We found her last Tuesday, and Yeah, last Tuesday.
And may I ask, when was the last time that y'all talked to her over the phone?
It may have been like
Right, it probably been like 3 weeks since I talked to her.
And you, Kimya?
About the same.
I had been trying to call. My phone was messed up.
Yeah, her phone was like broken.
And my wife was planning on taking a trip to 2 days before the trip. Then that's went on. So.
Okay, Lawrence, we having a hard time hearing you. It's going in and out. Wow. Well, we got a lot of comments in here.
I don't know. My wife put me on that.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to use my damn phone.
You can use your phone.
They can't even hear me, can you?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Okay, we finna get into some of these comments. Hey BG. BG said good evening, y'all.
Hello.
Let me see. Stormy said they didn't bring any of the items in for evidence.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
And when they
Stormy
went back the
says
next day,
so.
the machete. What? Go
Huh?
ahead.
What'd you say, Tanya?
Never
I
mind.
mean,
Go ahead, read the comments.
Stormy says so. Now the scene has been tampered with, and key evidence hasn't been collected. Okay, they want to know why it's not in a Ziploc bag. Now it's cross contamination. Bernardo, you want to say something about this?
Yeah, I didn't know this thing what bag it was in. So this proper thing.
Well, I can see the correlation in things, right? Like, so from my perspective and what I've heard so far is that mom passed. No one knew.
Hello. Go ahead.
No one heard from her. Someone came to the house to check on her, found that she was deceased. Right. Your first thing to do is to
Correct.
call 911. So you call 911. What should have happened, I'm guessing, is that since she's DOA, the coroner will come first or beat the police there. But before anything should happen, police should still arrive to just look at the scene and see what could have been the cause of death, right? Instead of just calling her, oh, well, she passed away, wrap her, toe tag her, and send her off, that kind of stuff. That's what I feel like happened, which shouldn't have happened. So I think there was a step that was missed when it comes to the coroner's office. And that is where you guys do and should put the pressure on it, because if those steps weren't, taken properly, then there's a lot of stuff that just happened that could have been avoided, i.e. cross-contamination, you guys handling the evidence, and yeah, it kind of, working backwards on finding out who and see what happened to your mom. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's going to kind of be, in my perspective, hard to find justice for you, because now the evidence, the scene of where it happened at, all of that stuff is no longer valuable to the police because everyone's been in it and everything's been done to it, right?
But why they didn't get it from the beginning?
You know what? And from my understanding and what I'm hearing is that the coroner's office really did something wrong. They just showed up and tried to bully the scene and get it done with ASAP. Like, oh, well, she was an old woman that
I'm
died.
sorry. May I interject? I'm sorry to
Absolutely.
interrupt. I actually pointed out the fact that there was a bloody shirt before anything was ever touched or tampered with. I pointed out the fact to the police and to the coroner that there was a bloody shirt and machete and knife in my mom's apartment. So
yeah, that was
and when I pointed it out to them, they brushed it off.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It is.
Yeah, because at that point, once you point that out to them, everything should stop. Police should move you out and say, now this is a scene, you know what I'm saying? This is an incident. Something had to happen or seem like to happen, and they need to investigate that from there on out. You know what I mean?
No, none of that took place. They brushed it off and kept going.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Their main concern was being able to lock up my mom's apartment.
Wow.
And they didn't want Ronaldo in there, because if I would have seen that body like that, the coroner knew just no autopsy or the evidence that we seen, we would have been very vocal right then and there.
Absolutely. Now, since then, have you guys been able to get any feedback or autopsies or find any kind of conclusion to this point, or
so I have filed for the public autopsy record, and I don't know if you can see that clear, but the cause of death is pending still.
Say that again for us.
So this is a copy of the autopsy, and this way. You can see where it say information. It says pending still. And you see who signed that? Nancy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, no, the family have not actually. I mean, this family loved one body was moved 2 to 3 times. To the coroner took it to the funeral home. From the funeral home back to the coroner. Her body sat while the family was thinking it was an autopsy, and then find out that the South Bend Police Department went to have look at the body and some photos, and the family wasn't notified of that until afterwards. But at least it did send somebody I know, and I believe what she said. But at the end of the day, the coroner office have failed this family.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Now, Melanie, we also have Melanie on here just as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Melanie, tell us a little bit about your loved one.
I was in Indianapolis when I got a phone call from my mom. She called me and she's like, I hope that you make a lot better choices than what your brother did. And I said, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, your brother's gone. And I said, well, what do you mean he's gone? She said, he's dead, Melanie. And I said, there's no way. No way. I had just talked to him 2 days before that. He had gotten released from jail because they dismissed the charge of some small thing. And he's mentally ill. He has been for 4 years now since the girl that he dated gave him basically a bad dose, or they call it a hot shot of drugs. And I believe that she was trying to kill him then. But it didn't work. He had schizoaffective disorder after that, so he believed he was a biblical person. As far as like he thought he was King David, he didn't even know what who he was anymore. So 4 years ago that started happening. So he would wander a lot, and I always wondered if he might run into the wrong people and they might take him wrong because he didn't quite know where he was at. Well, she told me that happened and that he had been found at Louis' Tuck Shop on Lincoln Way West and the parking lot on the sidewalk, and that some ladies found him and that he had been deceased for about 2 days at this business. And they ruled it. The coroner came and the police, and they treated it as though my brother was a junkie. Basically, they just overruled every other option that it could be, which I feel it is in my heart, and I'm going to keep fighting till I figure it out. They just closed down the scene and just called it an overdose. Took my brother to the coroner's office, and then I got up here to South Bend as quick as I could a couple days later, and the coroner had already basically convinced my mom that cremation was the only option, and that she needed to make a decision fast, quick, and in a hurry. And they didn't even give her an option on what funeral home, even though he didn't have insurance. I mean, they didn't even have the decency to say that. They just was like, go to the trustee, sign these papers, get him out of our office type of thing. So I get up here and I'm like, no, that's not going to work for me. This is my brother. He didn't overdose. I know he didn't. He didn't do drugs that would overdose you. He had done methamphetamines for a while and struggled with addiction with that, yes. But he was killed by fentanyl and carfentanil when the toxicology report came back. Okay? So I'm like, that's not going to work. I go to where they found him, and I asked Louis' Tuck Shop, I said, where was my brother laying when he was found? And the guy said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I came out here to do my route because he drove a van for them, and I saw him that morning, and I'm pretty sure he was dead then. But I just kept going. I had to do my route. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound horrible or anything. I was like, wow. And then he said, but when I came back, he was still there too, and I didn't check on him, and I'm pretty sure he was dead at that point. I'm like, oh, that's great, So I see where he was at, and not more than 3 feet from where my brother's body was found, I find a bag of fentanyl and carfentanil laying on the ground with the top to it ripped off, like if you bit the top off of a baggie. And also, where his feet would have been, there was a black long straw, and halfway down the straw were bite marks. And I feel like they put the straw in his mouth and made him made him take it or blew it down his throat or something. These police didn't even look at anything around there, just ruled him out as a junkie. And I can't imagine how many other people they've done this to. And so when I called the coroner at 7 a.m. after I found this stuff, I kept calling until I got somebody finally, and it was Patricia, I believe it was. That's her name. And she answered, and she was so rude to me. She's like, well, I don't know who the coroner was on duty, and it couldn't possibly been me. And I think I was there that morning. And I was like, okay, look, I'm just telling you, you're not cremating my brother. I want an autopsy. And she's like, oh, well, we're not going to do an autopsy. I said, why is that? She said, well, I don't, the doctor, and I believe in the doctor, basically, if he thought that that was necessary, he would have ordered that done. And I said, well, I'm his sister, and I think it's necessary. So she's like, well, it's going to cost you $6,000. I said, well, it's not, because I'm going to get the police involved. And she was like, well, we'll have to see about that, because he's already on his way to the funeral home to be cremated. And I was like, are you serious right now, lady? Like, you're really just that rude and no compassion whatsoever. And the guy that dealt with my mom, my mom's a real worrywart, and he sensed that in her because he probably deals with a lot of people. And he pressured her till she felt like, I gotta sign these papers. I gotta. And that was not my brother's wishes, was never cremation. So she had him delivered off because they just felt no compassion for another human being, and they're sweeping it under the rug as an overdose because they probably know that the police didn't investigate the surrounding area. And I'm appalled by that, because they could solve so much more if they would actually look into things and treat people as they were humans and like they gave a shit. Excuse my language, but they don't.
Explicit language.
They do not at all care about anybody. And something needs to be done. And I even told her about how I found the drugs and stuff like that. And she's like, well, you can't really prove that was, there per se. I said, well, it's the same thing that killed my brother, the same exact thing. And there's a straw there with, teeth marks. Why don't you test his occlusion where his teeth meet? Well, you're going to have to talk to the doctor. And I was like, well, then what's his number? And I've left him messages and no return of phone calls, nothing. So basically, I was just like, you know what, my brother, he doesn't need to be disrespected any more than he already has and humiliated. And he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't found for 2 days. He lay there on their pavement, and I can't imagine how scary that was for him. And how to walk over someone's body and not even care and not even think, hey, was he okay? What happened? Nothing. They don't even have that. And I pray that God absolutely does what he needs to do necessary so that more families don't have to go through this. I know I can't bring my brother back, but I could be active in the community as far as like addictions and recovery and helping people that can't afford funerals and stuff like that. I could go out there and fundraise like these people are doing that help me, Justice for Michiana. By luck, we were there by the blessing of God, actually. We were having a candlelight vigil. This lady, she pulled up and she's like, what's going on? And I told her, and she's like, oh no. She's like, get Bernardo. And she grabbed my phone on Facebook Live. She said, Bernardo, they need you. They need you. And she had him get hold of me. He got hold of me that very next morning, and he was more than happy to meet with me and my family, and we're all starting to go towards like getting him buried properly. And we're so thankful for that. And it would have never happened if it hadn't been a complete stranger that just happened to stop by. I mean, if people would just take that 1 second out of their day to care about somebody else, it would be so much better of a place. So that's basically what happened with our family.
So when did this happen with your brother?
Well, they're saying August 7th, which is when he was found. But they said he could have been there for 2 days, or he was there for 2 days before that. So the three ladies.
So they saying that they found him on August 7th, right? Uh-huh. When did you get there and you saw that stuff on the ground?
The 12th.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just laying there, and then nobody even thought to look like, hey, maybe this guy in the parking lot of our business, maybe something happened to him. I would have been like peeking around looking. I would have done anything, and they don't have cameras on that side of the building either. And it's not their responsibility to find bodies in their parking. It's very, very unlikely. But the thing is like, I just feel there's a huge injustice that people just should care more about each other. And I just don't. It makes me sick, and I'm not going to be the one that just lays down and not take care of things, because the coroner, these people that are in high positions, they're just so haughty and careless for anyone else. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
I just
so
want
right.
to actually Melody, just for the record, I'm out in the streets helping family all the time, and we see, even with the other family, the first funeral home that said was Palmer, and I was on the phone and told Tanya, get whoever is no. You said that your brother, the coroner, took your brother to a funeral home without
Right.
any consent.
Well, they had consent from my mom because he pressured her into it, and it was not a funeral home of our choice. Like, he didn't even give us time.
It wasn't your family choice. It was somebody
No. Just some random funeral home that probably has some sort of a connection to them, and they probably use them frequently for indigent situations, I would believe, because they told my mom that if she couldn't afford cremation, they would do it at cost, and then that his remains would not be allowed to go home with my mother. They would be tossed in with someone else and shaken up, basically, and buried. Okay, that is so ungodly and so inhumane. I can't believe it. And also, the trustee, German Township trustee, told my mom, we won't pay for burial, and if we give you the $600 towards the cremation, you're not to combine it with any other money to bury your family properly, basically, or how they would have wished, or religious preference, whatever. But that's not fair. That's just that's so biased.
Against, right, your religion. And we have that problem here in South Bend with Portage Township, and I told them tomorrow we would be outside your door with all the news here. And he changed that instantly, because you can't tell me how to bury my loved one. And
why is it a problem if you find more money to add to what they're giving you? Why is that a problem if it's donated? Why is that a problem? It's not your income.
I do want to say that I did, Peachy, go meet where her brother body is at. I met with Brandon, and we partnershiping with him as of now as well. But the funeral home have nothing to do with it.
No.
But it's the coroner office. How many other families' bodies went to Palmer because of the coroner?
Right.
You don't have enough air in your body to count.
Probably not, and it's sad.
Wow. Now, you did send me some papers.
So I did file a complaint with the Attorney General on the behalf of both of these families, as well as on the behalf of Justice for Michiana. All three got disrespected by the coroner office.
I bet.
This is the stuff that you sent me?
Yes, that's his. I can't see it, but
hold on. I'm finna make it bigger.
Or if you can read, tell you which one.
Is it making it bigger?
No, one smaller.
Making it smaller.
That's bigger. It's common.
Now one small. There you go.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I would like to thank everyone for sending y'all condolences and everything. I don't know if they can hear me or whatever.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I appreciate everyone condolences, and my condolences go out to the other family member that's on here too, that lady that lost her brother.
You too. God bless you.
Yeah. God bless you too.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So that's just one of the complaint. It's either for Barbara or it's for Troy. I did file a complaint on how evidence was held and how disrespectful Patricia was to this family. And then she told the family, I didn't have jurisdiction to be there. What? Don't forget we endorse you. But again, don't vote for Patricia Jordan. So this is something real. People need to know.
This one
things
is from
happen
Boggs.
in South Bend because of people don't get out and vote. You see what's going on, and you
Yep.
won't vote them out of office. So South Bend won't change. But as been on NAACP, Trina Robinson told the group last night, they're not going nowhere. Justice for Michiana not going nowhere. So we don't care who don't like us. And we invited the mayor out last night and the police, and they did not come. So we made them come. We made them come so people could see them there.
Yep.
And those the two photos that we had in two empty chairs. How do the police or the mayor don't show up when the community called them to show
Yeah, that's
come? I got to give
that's
it
a
to
civic duty, really.
he did come to our town halls that we had when his officer killed Eric Logan.
Yeah, here's a part of it.
In the presence of his mom, pastors, and members of this community. This, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing short of modern day lynching without the news. In closing, let me say that during my tenure of the NAACP president from 2001 to 2011, at least 4 lawsuits were filed by Black officers claiming discriminatory practices. Over 8 Black officers have retired. Over 10 have left the force, and some with as many as 20 years of experience, and some with master's degrees. Some of those officers have left to work at casinos, other police departments, housing authorities, and independent security offices. This community is definitely in need of healing, and I'm afraid it will not happen under Mayor Bueller and Scott Wiskowski. At this 2022,
All right.
Dante Cottrell was murdered in the presence of his mom, pastors, and members of this community. This, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing short of modern day lynching without the news. In closing, let me say that during my tenure of the NAACP president from 2001 to 2011.
So that's as the NAACP president of South Bend, and you heard it from her voice.
Wow. So where do we go from here, Bernardo? What's the next step to helping these families?
Next plan is for both of them to have homegrown celebration of their mother and their brother. And after that, just apply that pressure. I think you say it's the best, Peachy.
We gotta apply pressure. We got to apply pressure, y'all.
Right.
It's so important.
I can say both of these families are very vocal, and those are the people need to be on that front line to make a change. And one thing I tell Eric Logan mother is that cop got away killing your son, but we applied pressure and got things changed in his honor. So let's make this your mother and your brother. We can change the next person.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else.
Exactly. I could definitely understand that. Again, I'm sorry that you guys have to suffer such pain, and have to go through this. What we're going to do at this point right now, we will be ending the show, but I want you all to speak from your heart. If the person is out there that done this is watching, what do you have to say to them? And for everybody that has been helping some way, shape, or form, what do you have to say to them just as well? And then last but not least, please make sure you tell us where you can be found at, because people could possibly reach out. That's other YouTube commentators, and reach out to you guys so that you can be on their platform.
Amen.
And that way, even more people can
Yeah.
know what's going on,
Hmm.
and which I call bringing awareness. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't drop down. I'm gonna bring each person up one by one, and here we go. Let's start with Kimya. Kimya,
Okay, can
you
you hear
there,
me?
Kimya? Yeah, I can hear you,
Yes.
boo. I can hear you. All right,
Um,
we're gonna bring Vanilla down too. Now, Kimya, just go ahead, speak from your heart. You know, if the person is out there that's watching, what would you say to them? Also, what do
well,
you say to the people that has been helping and then helping you in all shape, way, or form? And then last, let everybody know where they can find you. There you
well, to the person who may have done something to my mother, I pray and hope that you are found and that you are sentenced to life in prison. Um, to those people who have been helping out and reaching out to me and contacting me and making sure that everyone is okay in the family, I greatly appreciate you guys. You are such a big help from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much for that. And if you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook at Kamaya Boggs. That's Boggs on Facebook.
All right, Kimya. Now, Kimya, I'm gonna pull you down, and I'm gonna pull up your brother next. I don't want you to hang up because I want to speak to y'all after we end the broadcast. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here's Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great, Lawrence. Lawrence, did I make you feel comfortable during the show?
Yes, you did.
I'm so happy I did because you were so nervous. So
All
I'm
right.
so happy I made you feel comfortable during the show. Y'all, I know y'all see this at the bottom of my screen. We see it on every show. If you know something, say something. Help these families out, okay? And help out our communities. Because when you get him off the street, him or her off the streets, you're helping the next person that they can be trying to kill. So let's get these folks off the streets. Now, Lauren, same thing for you. If the person that's watching that done this, say how you feel. Second, the people that's been helping in your community, your family, and everything, say what you gotta say to them, and let everybody know where they can find you in case they want to, have you on their show. Here we go.
You want me to be truthful?
As long as it don't incriminate you, Lawrence. As long as it don't incriminate you, we about this is black
I'm
community
gonna be honest. I'm
over
gonna
here.
be
This is
honest.
black
You better
community
hope
world over here,
he better hope I don't find him. I'm sure.
and that's okay. You can say that.
Me finding is gonna be worse than life in prison, nigga. And
That's
I
his mama.
appreciate everyone help and what everybody done. You know what I'm saying? I came to express how I feel about that. You know, from somebody that show care and concern. You know what I'm saying? For someone's loss. Because when someone lose a loved one, someone close to them, you know what I'm saying, even they go insane most of the time or they die of a heartache, and y'all helped out a lot and I appreciated that, family members and from Bargo and his people, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can find me at Lawrence Hunt on Facebook if y'all want to, reach out or whatever. And then if y'all don't, that's fine. I won't be hurt or anything. So
I'll make sure I reach out. Okay? I'll make sure I reach out. So, thank you so much. Thank your wife just as well. We really appreciate you guys. On Fridays, I do love and relationships with me and my husband. I would love to have you both back to join us. It'll take your mind off of it, just a little bit. You know what I'm
right,
saying? It ain't gonna take it all the way off, but it'll take a little bit off of it.
right.
So please follow me on my platform, Peachy Tea Time, so that I'll be able to reach out to you and we can set that up. So both of y'all can join us. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Lawrence. Now just come on down I'm bring you down. But don't leave until after the
Okay.
broadcast so I can talk to y'all for a second. All right. Next we're gonna bring up Miss Melanie. Hey Melanie.
Hi.
Did I
Well,
make you feel comfortable, Melanie?
absolutely. I wouldn't miss this for the world. Like, I just can't imagine how many people this has happened to, and I know what I'm going through and my family and the pain that they're going through. So I'm just trying to help somebody. My brother was always an evangelistic person, even not in his right mind. He never knew a stranger. And he told me, Melanie, they need to hear our voice. That was something he told me before I came up here. Before he passed away, he told me, we need to get out there and we need to bring these people to the Lord, Melanie. And he's like, and you're going to be one of the ones. So that was his last words to me, is we need to do this. So that's what it's going to happen.
Wow. So wow. I didn't expect you to say that, Melanie. I didn't expect you to say that. That's touching. But please, 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 if the person that's out there watching, you want to say something to them, now's the time. The people that's been helping you through all of this journey, you want to say something to them, now's the time. And last but not least, let everybody know where they can find you at in case they want to, share the story and bring you on their platform.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, honestly, I have a lot of hurt in my heart, and my family does too. If you're out there and let's say that this was a mistake, accidentally, my brother got something that you didn't even know was in the drug itself, and he shouldn't have got it. Honestly, I pray for you. I pray for your family. I hope and pray that you stop doing what you're doing and giving drugs to people, period, because you don't know what's in it. And ignorance is not bliss. It's my brother. My brother's dead because of drugs that he took and or was given or forced. If this is a forceful situation, I'm just going to say that I forgive you, but I pray that God does whatever his will is for your life with you, because that is probably what my brother would do, because he's so kind-hearted. He just was very forgiving, and that's what God wants me to do, because I believe that good will come out of this, and what Satan meant for my harm and my family's harm, God will mean for our good. So I just pray that God would do with you as he wishes. And I'm hurt really bad. I used to change his diapers, so I hope that hits you where it needs to. And I can't look and turn to him anymore and ask him to hand me a glass of milk or anything, and that hurts the most, is just the normal everyday stuff. So anyways, the people that are helping us, it's crazy. It's ironic enough that it's just complete strangers. The people that found my brother's body, the ladies that found him, there's 3 of them, and they are Tasha, Cheyenne, and Tay. And it just so happens that my sister's name is Taylor too. And these people are a blessing to us and still are, and they're every vigil, and they're there for all the fundraisers if they need to be. They said don't hesitate to call. So we've gained 3 new family members. Also, Justice for Michiana, if they wouldn't have come into our lives at the point when they did, my mom probably wouldn't have as much hope as she has right now, which is very slim to none, because she's very skeptical about a lot of things because her son's gone. She's hurt. They're such a blessing to us and so many others, obviously, and I just pray that their whole organization prospers. And I have been inspired by the whole situation and by them, and by my brother's last wishes, apparently, to start my own recovery group. And if you would like to reach me, you can reach me at either Rendered Recovery on Facebook. It's a Facebook group that I created. It's for recovery from anything. It could be alcohol, drugs, men, women, children, whatever you're going through that you need to recover from. I work as like faith-based. I believe in Christ, and I would love to help anyone I can. Never hesitate to call me or get a hold of me on there. Or you can get me on Facebook at Melanie Coffee Jewel. And I'm from South Bend, Indiana, but I'm listed under Indianapolis right now, I believe. So please, if you need help with anything, or you know somebody that needs Narcan or anything like that, and if I can help you in any way, or just prayer even, please don't hesitate to call me or get a hold of me, because I wish that more people would stop and take a second to just look at someone else and be like, are you okay? And really mean, are you okay? And expect an answer that is genuine and human, and be willing to help that person. So that's all I have to say. And I'd like to thank the radio station for bringing me on. It's been a blessing, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope God prospers you and all these organizations as much as possible. And you're really a blessing. Thank you so much.
Girl, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, Melanie, for that. I really appreciate that. I really do. My prayers are with you.
Thank you.
I do believe you and your mom will get justice. And I'm just gonna continue to pray. I really will. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring you down, and I just want you to hang on just a second. It won't be long after the broadcast. Okay. All right. Next we're gonna bring up Tanya and Bernardo. Hey y'all.
Hey.
We did it again. We done helped somebody again.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much.
I appreciate you for bringing them on your platform, and I appreciate both of the families, because sometimes I think, Peachy, when we out there talking to families and their family life been stolen, how do you trust somebody?
Exactly.
How can you trust a stranger? And the families trust us off the gate. Nobody, I mean, we haven't had one family say, no, we don't trust them, right? It's hard. It has to be hard to allow somebody, a stranger, come in your life and be part of your life at the time that you lost somebody dear to you. As close as a mother, ain't nobody else closer than a mother, than God. But I just thank the family, man. It's nothing about Bernardo. Who is Bernardo? Somebody been in prison before, somebody who haven't done the right things in his life. Mm-hmm. So God put me here for a reason. I could be out there doing anything right now, but I'm out here trying to make a difference in our community, and all lives matter. So I'm thankful for my team there when I call them. Man, and it's just not here. Friday we be back with the Pertel family in Indianapolis, sitting in front of the homicide department with that family. So it's not just here people trusting, it's everywhere. We just thank them, and again, without you, they wouldn't be able to tell their story. Because guess what? The news haven't been out there. They can't tell the story on the local news. So
I'm sure our people that watches our show all the time, Tanya, I'm sure they was wondering, like, where the news broadcast? She always got a news broadcast.
Right. None. And my fight, hold on, it was one news out there. Justice for Michiana Media was out there. But guess what happened? The video was taken. The video was taken. We haven't seen that live post yet.
Wow. They better not touch mine. Don't touch mine. Tanya, is there anything you want to say?
Yes, I want to thank you for allowing us to come on here every week, getting the families out to tell their story. We do appreciate you, and this is something I like to do. I like helping people. And this week it kind of hit different because I knew Barbara Boggs. I know some of the family. So when I seen the ambulance and the police going back there, I told Kim, I said, no, I'm not going to go back there. But something in the back of my head kept saying, go back there. You need to go back there. And I went back there and I seen Petra, who I'm friends with, and she told me it was Elaine. So this hit different because I did know her. I've known her for many years, and me and Petra's been friends for many years. So it hit different. As soon as I found out, I got on the phone and I called Bernardo and said, look, my friend's cousin, is deceased in the home, and we need to extend our hand to help me. He was like, Go ahead, talk to them. I'm on my way. So it is different when you know the family personally,
Exactly.
But
And I'm gonna say this, Peachy, too, and Tanya can end tomorrow at 6 p.m. We will be doing a balloon release in honor of her.
Yes.
And if you local, come on out to Beacon Heights. Everybody know where Beacon Heights Apartments is. If you don't, just Google the word Beacon Heights Apartments in South Bend. We will be out at 6 p.m. with the family, and we just gonna do a short balloon release for in honor of her life.
And her favorite color was purple. So
Right, so but you can bring any color balloon.
Yep.
All right.
Just to honor her.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all joining us. Just stay down for a second, and we're gonna go ahead and end the broadcast after I bring my boy Jason up in the building. Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what you got to say to the families tonight?
Continue to fight, man. From what I've been hearing and what I'm trying to understand is that the coroner's office is not on their BI. They're not on their business, and they're not doing what they're supposed to. And they put two families in distress. Two families don't know, right? You know what I'm saying? Up from down, left to right, because of the chaos that's been put amongst them. So y'all need to apply that pressure, man. You got who you need to do it. Fernando, Tanya, Justice for Michiana, they here to apply that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Put them in a full Nelson chokehold. So with that being said, the more we continue to talk about this mishap and these drop balls and these not understanding and this lack of personability, right? This lack of being not necessarily but emotional, but being sympathetic and empathetic to a family that just lost somebody is highly important, especially when you're dealing with a family like these, and for that Patricia, whatever her last name was, for her to be so neglectful to a family, to these families is unheard of, right? I don't care if she's been having a bad day, a terrible week, whatever that may look like. When it comes down to these families, you have to deal with them in care because they're in the most vulnerable state that they will ever be in for the rest of their life. You feel me? So if they're not doing that, if she's not doing that, then it's a mishandle, and we have to be, like Stormy just said, accountable for our actions, man, and help as much as possible. Right, help them find closure and some kind of resolve in their situations. So with that, man, continue to put pressure on them. If you hear my voice and people are watching and you're in that area, try your best to lend a hand any way possible. Any way possible.
All right, Jason, that's all you got to say.
That's all I got to say.
Don't
follow me. Don't look for me. Don't look for me. Hey, it ain't about me right now. You feel me? Don't go looking for me. Help these families out.
He always say that famous line at the end. That's his famous line.
Absolutely.
Jason, thank you so much, y'all. Even though Jason said don't look for him, are you going to be on CTV Radio tonight?
I am actually. Yes, I will.
All right. Well, y'all go follow Jason tonight on TikTok, CTVR Radio. I understand what Jason just said, but me being in the house, I gotta spread the love. We still gotta spread the love. So Jason, y'all go and check Jason out tonight, okay? Thank you so much, Jason. I love you, boy.
Absolutely. Love.
Yes. Now don't you go nowhere either. Y'all, thank y'all so much for joining tonight. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm so humble. I'm so thankful that the family trying to take this down. That the family come on my show each and every Wednesday. My biggest thing is awareness. I can't say it enough. If we don't have Peachy Tea Time, if we don't have Make This Go Viral TV, if we don't have AFC Podcast, we don't have shows like that, I'm telling y'all wouldn't know this stuff was going on. I wouldn't know. Because all you know is what your news show you, your local news. Local. And you know what goes on in your neighborhood. Okay? And maybe whatever your Facebook friends know, you'll know that too. But shows like this, we talk about places everywhere, not just in South Bend, not just in Atlanta, not just in Detroit, everywhere. So please, please, please continue to watch. Continue to share these videos, like these videos. It's so important that so many other people can watch just as well. My heart goes out to these families. This show is not just for y'all. I learned so much on Peachy Tea Time. On all 4 days out the week, I'm learning something new. And these 2 stories tonight, I will be thinking about these 2 stories for a very, very, very long time. A very long time. I couldn't imagine this happening to my mom. My mom only has 2 children, a girl and a boy. And I couldn't imagine this happening to my brother. Because it's just me and my brother. So these 2 stories hit a little different. Especially for them both to be on at the same time. So again, I pray for them both. I pray for you all that has came on my show. And I pray for you all that's watching just as well. All right. Bernardo got, let me say what Bernardo got to say. Downvote for Patricia Jordan is our bit. He want to make sure we make that clear. Downvote for her. He got something else. Thanks go out to both families for trusting just for Miss Gianna. And don't vote for Patricia Jordan. It's our bit. We ain't playing. Don't vote for her. We just laughing, but we ain't playing. Okay? All right. Bye, y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you already know what you got to do. You got to listen to my babies. Here they go.
Peachy time.